Today's video is brought to you by us redoing our whole downstairs. So I had to bring everything that was Reese's, like toys and stuff downstairs. I had to bring them upstairs, so it's kind of a cluttered mess in here. But I did put on a dress for you guys and some bronzer, but I will immediately take this dress off when I'm done making this video. Okay, so today is 35 weeks, you guys. 35-week update. If you're new here, my name is Kara. I am carrying baby girl number two, and we're due in 5 weeks from today, obviously, because I just said I'm 35 weeks. You guys, we need to talk. Well, okay, let's get into that in a minute. First thing is we have to look at her stats. And I always use the Bump app every time for these. I used it with my last pregnancy too. It's just my favorite one, I think, because it's cute. But baby is the size of a pineapple this week. You already know I took pictures with pineapple. Okay, she's approximately 18 inches long and 5.3 pounds. Well, it says 5.07, but then you read and it says 5.3 pounds, so I don't know which one is right. So 18 inches, I feel like that's how long Reese was when she was born. Maybe she was longer, I don't know. It's basically the baby is already as long as she's gonna be, but she just has to plump up a little bit. And that's basically what it talks about in the update. So if she's about 5 pounds and she's gaining like half a pound a week, so really I'm 35 weeks, so by 37 weeks she should be like good to go for me to give birth. So anyways, let's talk about that a little bit. If you guys saw my last video, I talked about how I have dropped even more, like significantly. I will put a side-by-side picture to show you guys like where I was before and where I am now. She is so low. I never dropped with Reese like this, so this is like so new to me. There's literally like a gap in between my ribs and then where the baby is. Like I can sit like this comfortably. Before I would have to like sit back like this because she was fully in my ribs. So with her dropping like that, my contractions are getting to be actually painful. Like before, I don't even know if maybe I talked about this in my last update, so sorry if I'm repeating myself, but before, my Braxton Hicks contractions were just right on top, and it just feels like your whole belly just like tightens, and it doesn't hurt. It's just like your belly turns like rock hard for a minute and then it goes away. Now when I get a contraction, it's down low in my pelvis, and my whole like butt and crotch just like throbs through the contraction, which is this TMI? I don't know. But I was telling my mom that, and she's like, maybe it's your cervix dilating. I'm like, don't say that. I'm not ready for dilation. It feels like period cramps, and like it truly feels like period cramps. So I was like Googling it, like what early labor contractions feel like versus Braxton Hicks, and it literally says, oh, period cramps. So cool. But you can be in early labor for like weeks, and I've been like making sure they're not like really close together. Like if I was concerned they were like, you know, 5 minutes apart or whatever, they're not. The closest ones I had together were 10 minutes apart, but it was literally like contraction, 10 minutes contraction, and then like not another contraction for a while. So I'm not worried. I am predicting that she's gonna come between 37 and 38 weeks. Like I don't think I'm gonna make it to my C-section at 39 weeks, because she dropped like 2 weeks, not 2 weeks ago, like a week and a half ago probably is when she dropped. And they say with your second baby, like they usually don't even drop until you're like going into labor. I guess we're gonna find out. I don't have a doctor's appointment for another week, so I'm gonna see if she'll check me, which like some people are like, well, she probably won't check you because it could put you into labor, but I'm already having to do the Strep B swab, which they have to like swab your vagine for whatever the Strep B thing is. So I'm like, if she's already in there, might as well just check me. Other than that, haven't had any other like labor signs. Haven't lost my mucus plug yet. Haven't like, I don't know. I feel like that's like the main thing that is like concerning me. But some days like today, I feel fine. Like I feel really good. I don't feel like I've been getting a ton of contractions. So, and then also if you watch our vlogs, then you know that we are renovating our house right now. Like my husband was just like, you know, what sounds like a good idea is totally redoing the floors and painting our whole downstairs weeks before we're having a baby. And I said, oh, is that a good idea? Cool. But no, I'm actually really happy we're doing it because I am vain apparently, and I want my baby stuff to look nice in our downstairs. In our walls, you guys have probably seen them, they're like tan, and our floors are really ugly, so we're totally replacing all of that. But I just need all of that to be done before I go into labor, because I'm not bringing a baby home to a construction zone. And what else do I need to get done? I need to bring it, like we have a bunch of stuff in our storage, like our bassinet, the car seat, like baby swing, I think that's it. But that stuff needs to be brought in the house too, and we have to rearrange some furniture to fit the baby up here upstairs. So I still need to get that stuff done. I did start packing a hospital bag yesterday. I didn't fully pack it, but I like grabbed some stuff together and put it on the side so that it's like ready to, like if I were to go into labor early, I can just grab it, throw it in a bag, and like be ready to go with having a few things. But I just did that just for like my own, make myself feel better. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that happened pregnancy related this past week. So basically now that I'm 35 weeks, I'm just really trying to prep like for the baby to be here. Like I'm telling myself the baby's gonna be here in 2 weeks, like at 37 weeks. So that way I can get everything done and feel better. But also my toddler's still sleeping in our bed and I cannot get her to sleep in her own room. So let's see if I can do that within the next 2 weeks, because there's no way I'm sleeping with a toddler and a newborn right after surgery, all four of us in our bed. So that is going to be like my next task for the week. So next week I should actually be able to film my what's in my hospital bag, because I should have most of the stuff that I want to bring in there. I have a few Young Living things in my order that probably won't be here until the end of the month. I'm excited to do that video because those ones are always so fun to watch. And then the last thing I wanted to do on this video is that I told you guys I was going to do a little bit of a Q&A. So I got some questions and I will just go ahead and answer them for you really quickly. Which reminds me, I've had a couple people asking me if my belly gets bigger, like if I feel like it gets bigger after I eat a meal, and I said I would compare it, but I totally forgot. Like I just don't even think about it. Not that I've noticed. I haven't noticed like a significant difference in before I eat a meal and before and after. But I'm sorry, I totally forgot to do that. Do I have any embarrassing pregnancy symptoms? I don't think I have anything like embarrassing. I don't feel like I have a lot of symptoms in general. Like I'm a pretty comfortable pregnant person. So nothing like too crazy, I don't think. Has anyone ever asked to rub or touch my bump? I feel like people, no, not really. And I think especially because of COVID, people don't really feel like they can just come up to me and like touch my belly. If I do, it's like family members and I really don't care. But no, like strangers have like, oh, let me touch your belly. I wouldn't like that at all because I don't like to be touched. But no, I think because of like COVID and everything, everybody's just like leaving me alone, which thank goodness. And how do I feel about that? Yeah, I don't like being touched. If it's like my family, I'll be like, oh, feel the baby move. But a stranger, nah. Did you have any early labor signs with your first? So I was induced with my first. The only major labor sign that I had was losing my mucus plug. I don't remember. I wasn't like documenting my last pregnancy, so I don't remember when that was. I feel like maybe around like 38 weeks, but I lost it twice. So like I lost it and then it was like a week later I lost more of it or lost it again or whatever. But that was my only thing that I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna go into labor. But besides that, no, I don't think so. So I don't really have anything to compare it to because I didn't go into labor naturally. See if there's any other things that I haven't touched on. Okay, I think the last question is how much weight have I gained? And I usually touch on that, but I didn't yet. I think I've gained 35 pounds total, like between 35 and 36 pounds. I'm not weighing myself anymore because it is giving me anxiety. But I just wanted to stay under 40 pounds for my total pregnancy. So I feel like I'll be able to do that fine because I only have a few more weeks. And I've been typically gaining about a pound a week at this point. So I feel like okay about it. Yeah, so weight gain, whatever. Should be around 40 total, we'll see. But I think those were all the questions you guys had that I hadn't spoken about, but I think that is everything. And hopefully next week I have some news from my doctor for you, because I'll see her at exactly 36 weeks. So I'll wait and do my update after that so I can tell you guys what she says and if she checks me and everything like that. So I think that's everything for this update. If you guys have any more questions, just leave them down below and I'll answer them in my next video. I think that's everything for today. So I will see you guys next time.